Cheeky Richo's Mummy Meatloaf. Hi and welcome to Cheeky Richo's Meatloaf Skull. The ingredients are in the recipe box below. Perfect party food for Halloween. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we've got our noodles here, which are going to be the worms inside our brain, and we're going to cover them with boiling water and just soften them. Chef jug, we just add our carrot, which has just been peeled and cut into a few chunks. Our half an onion, likewise peeled and cut into a couple of chunks, and our bread. Our bread is going to help bind it and absorb moisture that comes out of the meat, and we're using very lean veal mince here. Lid on and just splits this for a few seconds until it's quite pulverised, and speed 4. After 40 seconds, this is what you should have. We're going to send in our egg, our Gravox or gravy powder, and half of our meat. The reason we're putting half of our meat in, it will go into really quite a fine paste which will help bind it all together, and the other part of it will be quite textural in our meatloaf. Speed 2 until well combined. Just scrape down the sides occasionally to make sure all of those vegetables are well mixed with that meat. Now we're just going to tip our meat into a mixing bowl and finish mixing it by hand. We're going to send our other meat in there, and this is going to be cooked in the microwave with another bowl forced inside it to create a cavity. We'll just give it a good mix around now until it's well combined. You need 2 bowls that are microwave safe, and we're going to stuff it with salsa laden noodles and wrap it in bandages. All will become apparent very soon. Press it around. Now, unless you happen to have a skull-shaped bowl at home, you're going to have to use a round one. And let's face it, once your head's covered in bandages, you're bound to have some irregularities in your skull shape anyway. So we push that in there. You see that? It's actually a very good size. These are just Pyrex mixing bowls. Okay, now we have to set that on a dinner plate or a casserole plate because that is going to bubble juice over the sides, and we're going to cook it in the microwave. Just keep those edges flat until it's done. Into the microwave we go. After 13 minutes on full power, this is what you should have. I'm just going to check to see. It comes out quite easily, as you can see, how cooked it is. A little bit longer, quite cooked at the top. Another 3 or 4 minutes, I think. Noodles are quite softened up now. We're just going to drain them thoroughly and mix them with our salsa. Okay, our noodles are quite dry and quite wormy, and we're going to put them into a bowl. Perhaps not all of them because there might be too many there. And mix some of our salsa with it. And this is what we're going to stuff our skull with. It's still quite hot. We just take our centre bowl out now and fill our head with worms. Doesn't matter if they spill out a little bit. Okay, we'll pop our serving plate upside down on our meatloaf plate. Put something underneath, it's too hot to manage. Yuck. And upend it carefully. Leave that off there. Whoa, it's hot. I can't get my fingers underneath it. There we go. Get some foil and press it down and try and shape it into a skull shape, which is going to be a little bit difficult. And then we're just going to start laying our bandages around our skull. So we've just got some thin ham here. It will stick to it because it's thin. You have to use shaved ham to do this. The smaller the strips, the better off you are. I'll just keep layering them around. Pop our mouth on there, cut a couple of holes for our eyes, which are olives. And now we just sprinkle some more of our worms around the outside of the plate, drizzle it with our remaining salsa, and there you have it, Cheeky Richo's Mummy Meatloaf. I hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration. If you would like to see more interesting recipes and ideas, just check out our Cheeky Richo channel. And don't forget to please subscribe. A little cranberry sauce in the nose hole for effect. Let's drizzle our leftover salsa around the outside. And there you have it, Cheeky Richo's Mummy Meatloaf. We put a little bit of a pesto drool happening with some peanut teeth. You really should go and see the monster dentist. Some cranberry sauce for his nose hole. And some pickled onions inside those stuffed olives for eyes. Good enough to eat. Hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration. Cheeky Richo's Mummy Skull Meatloaf. Now I don't have a clue how I'm going to cut this. Wow, some sort of crazy pinata. Not the best looking skull I've ever seen, but he's probably had a hard time of it.